All right, friends, we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator for another try at Flight 50 from Vancouver to San Francisco. If you recall last night, if you were joining us, then we crashed a desktop on our approach into San Francisco, so we weren't actually able to finish the flight. So we are back for leg number 50.2, where we'll be flying back to San Francisco, but this time, instead of from Vancouver, we'll be flying from Portland to make this a bit of a shorter hop, reduce the pain of actually having to do the whole flight all over again. The sim has been acting up ever since I downloaded the hotfix yesterday. Even just sitting here in Portland, connected to VATSIM, I'm getting less than 30 frames per second, which is usually, it's about 20 less than I would normally get on the ground, especially with the 3080 Ti. That's a bit unusual. We'll see if it clears up when we get into the air, but I have a feeling this hotfix has created more problems than it's really solved. So, you know, we'll see how we do. If we crash the desktop again, I don't know. We might have to take a break from this thing until Asobo figures this out. But hopefully we'll have a lovely flight. And the weather looks fantastic. We're going to be flying with the sun setting. So hopefully, if all goes smoothly, we'll have a lovely arrival into San Francisco. So let me get the webcam on. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. This is Mike November Whiskey. And I am going to try to minimize the load on my system here. I got a lot of things running. We'll shut some things down once we get the cockpit set up. But yeah, it's definitely not as smooth as normal. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, actually, the frame rates look better when I point towards this direction. But yeah, and honestly, judging by the number of folks online tonight, like just even looking on VATSIM, not a lot of activity. Not a lot of flights compared to yesterday. Although quite a few A320neos. I saw a lot of 737s last night, but there's a bunch of folks. Actually, there's a good mix of both tonight. But hopefully folks aren't having crazy issues and are just kind of giving up on this thing. I'm feeling very paranoid about the whole thing, to be honest. But let's jump into it. Hopefully we won't run into any performance issues. Again, I'm getting like 26 frames in the cockpit, and that is just not, that's not where we were before the latest hotfix. So let's hold our breath. All right, stuttering up to the top. Let's get our batteries on and connect to external power. We'll get no smoking signs, emergency exit lights armed. We'll get the integrated lights spun up. We'll get nav and logo lights on, let folks on the ground know that we're here. Crew supply oxygen comes on, ground control goes on, and we can start aligning our IRSs. Next up, we'll do our fire tests. APU first. Engine 1. Hey, Pentagon, good to see you. Good evening. And let's get the APU started. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Frames are holding at 27, but oh man, that just feels so damn low. All right, let's get these screens brightened up a little bit. Glare shield, get those lights on. Constraints. And get the ECAMs brightened up a little bit. See, my thrust levers are still where they were last night when we crashed the desktop. I should actually get these adjusted. All right, that all looks good. All right, so landing gear is down and indicating down. Anti-skid is on. Clock looks good. Brake pressure looks good. We have APU spooling up. Pretty much available. APU is now available. Hydraulic fluid looks good. Fuel we'll talk about in a sec. Engine, good oil quantity, and what are we looking for next? Door page, cockpit oxygen looks good there. All right, we'll turn down. We'll definitely want to save those frames this time around. God. You know, I hope best case scenario is it's the fly-by-wire creating the issues, and they just need to make an update to accommodate the hotfix. Because honestly, I trust the fly-by-wire guys to fix this faster than Asobo, and I'm sorry to say that. We're on Unicom 122.8. We're on 1200 squawk. ATC on standby, TCAS on standby. Engine masters are off. Engine mode is normal. Weather system and predictive wind shear system is off. Oh, it's been stable in the PMDG. Well, that's good. And you downloaded the hotfix yesterday? Because that was the start of my issues. Even my loading screen has changed. So I now have like a new splash screen, and then the loading screen with the blue bar at the bottom when I used to see like Sim Update 7 in Australia and Spain. Now it's just black. I get nothing. Are you experiencing the same thing? Spoilers are disarmed and retracted, flaps are retracted, rudder is reset. Yeah, I think something messed up with my update. I wish there was an easy way to like reinstall the hotfix, but I may have to do a full reinstall if I'm still going to have issues. Shit. All right. So you're still seeing screenshots from the game when you load up. Oh, well, all right. I didn't get that memo. Shit. All right. Well, I guess it's too late to do that. But you know what? After the flight tonight, or if we experience a crash, or if it's just unplayable because I'm worried about these frames, maybe I'll just try to do a reinstall overnight and hope for the best. All right, cockpit doors unlocked, parking brakes engaged, and that's all good to go. Next up, let's head to our flight bag, import sim brief data. Heading from Portland to SFO, that looks good. Looking at Portland, METAR, this is current as of about an hour ago. Winds are moderate, 270, 12 knots, and we're flying out runway 28 left, so that looks appropriate. Good visibility, high ceilings, altimeter 3009, so let's get that in there. There we go. And coming back here, let's jump to our OFP and brief this. We're going from PDX SFO. Our alternate is Sacramento once again. We are Air Canada 9084, constant X10, cruise 33,000, probably because of the distance. We got a nice tailwind tonight of 28 knots, much faster than yesterday, and we'll be just below the tropopause, and we'll see if that will create any issues. Less turbulence than yesterday, so not worried about that, and a slightly faster, about half an hour faster, hour and 26 minutes in the air compared to yesterday. We're still flying a similar route to Malbec, Bodega 3 approach to runway 28 right, so we'll do the same approach we were planning yesterday. Coming down to fuel, this is fine. Plenty of fuel to get to our alternate, plus the reserve to spare. And we got a nice little tip from Coast Tiger, who joined us last night, that may impact our fuel usage. We'll take a look at the McDo later and see if his tip applies. So next up, we're fine with that fuel, so let's go ahead and sync that. Quick refueling, not much more fuel than we need, that's already in there. So that's on its way. Next, let's take a look at our charts. So I think we're at stand Charlie 12, if I recall. From airport 10-9 to get the airport map, and let's see if we need anything more than this. So yeah, there we are, Charlie 10. We are departing 28. Is it 28 left or 28 right? My memory is terrible. 28 left, 28 left, fantastic. So we'll push back, and I guess we'll taxi. I guess we'll go via Bravo 3. And head down Bravo all the way to Bravo 8. Easy. Alright, so that's good. SID, we are flying a SID. Was it Mini 5? So we'll brief this in a sec. And actually we could brief it now, because I think this is the last chart we'll need. So, alright, let's expand this, get a closer look. Alright, so we're taking off 28 left, so this will be our routing. Let's see if there is a text. Yes, here we go. For 28 left, climb heading 283 to 540 feet, then direct to Peg T, then on depicted route. And looking at the depicted route, there's no altitude restrictions. I'm guessing it would be dependent on ATC if that was online. Heading to Mini, and then from there we would transition out of the star via Eason, which is this one. Okay, pretty straightforward. Pretty much just straight out, head to Peg T, and we'll manage our own altitude. There is a RadNav here, Battleground. Unclear what that might be for. It might be for maybe emergency procedure usage. Cool, and no obstacles on the route out. All right, that's fine. All right, what's next, my friends? What's next? So let's go ahead and get boarding started while we wait for the IRSs to finish aligning. We have about 2 minutes left there. So AOC, weight and balance. There we go, and start boarding. 165 passengers. All right, next up, I'm just going to start getting some of the services away, so we'll call out catering and baggage. And away they go. Alright, once those IRSs are done aligning, then we'll get the McDo set up. And actually, for tonight, I'll be doing the McDo on my iPad using the server feature, and we'll see how this works. So actually, you can see it on the screen, and I have it here in my hand. And let's go to the data screen. IRSs are all on nav. This is actually really awesome. AC status. Eric cycle is still current. Leap engines are correct. Go to init A. And let's do this manually, because it might be fun to kind of see how this works. I'm gonna keep it on my knee to kind of simulate it kind of being here to my right. So we are going from KPDX. It's a little off-putting they can't feel the buttons, because I know these are actual push buttons that you'd be able to feel in real life. So the illusion of it is throwing me off, that when I tap it, I don't actually feel it. Yeah, but this is working really nicely. So flight ACA 984. Alternate is Kilo Sierra Mike Foxtrot. Is that right? Is that Sacramento? KSMF, yep. So that will go to our alternate. Cost index is 10. And cruise is 330. Tropopause, which I do like to get from the OFP, is 35173. And there we go. That's init A, heading to our flight plan. I'm going to hop on over, and I'm just going to reference this. You guys don't have to follow along. But we'll put in our departure, KPDX. 28 left. We're going for the Mini 5. And we're transitioning via Eason. Insert. That all looks good. And then from Eason, we are heading via Q1. So we're going to put in a via. Quebec 1. Interesting. It did not take that. Let's try that again. Oh, no, there it is. It just took a second.
On behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take
this time to
welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here.
Etchy and then Malbec.
Ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Alright, there's Quebec 1, there's Etchy, and then we're going to go direct to Malbec, so Mike, Lima, Bravo, Echo, Charlie. And then from there, we'll go ahead and do our approach. But we'll do that in the air. I'm loving this fly pad. So again, if you're following along, I'm putting in the McDo on my iPad and it's translating directly to my computer. This is so fun. It actually allows me to put the McDo in my lap, and you know, mess around with it. So there was a RadNav that we could put in. Go ahead and put it in just in case we need it. And that's Bravo Tango Golf. It's actually sweet, you know. Like if I want to set up the McDo while I'm making coffee upstairs or eating breakfast, I could just do it from here, and when I come back downstairs, it'll all be set up. So many use cases. All right, so with all that, let's go to init B. 0 fuel weight, 59.7, and just checking the OFP to make sure it matches, and it does. Beautiful. Block fuel, looking up here, 5.4. And what was that, a tailwind of 28 knots? Yes, lovely. A little bit of a speed boost. And looking at our fuel information to get the rest of that in there. So 0.5 on contingency, 1 on alternate, and 0.9. So 0.5. 1 and 0.9 is already in there, and that is showing us 3 minutes of extra time. That's fine. Alright, so that is init B. Finally, performance, and this is where we'll pull up SimSmarts. Let me get that loaded for y'all. Yep, there's SimSmarts. And we'll use this to do our flex takeoff performance calculations. So we are at Kilo Papa Delta X-Ray, Portland. Getting airport data. We're taking off runway 28 left. Let's get the METAR information loaded here. This is consistent. Is it? Actually, this must be updated. Let's actually confer with our flight pad as well. According to this, the altimeter has changed. Unfortunately, SimSmart doesn't tell me what the report it's from, but we'll keep the QNH the way we have it. We'll trust the EFB. Okay. Well, anyway, anti-ice will be off. Takeoff weights is 65 tons. Our center of gravity is definitely forward, usually is. Flex takeoff, configuration 1, air conditioning packs will be off. Let's calculate. Alright, and that's our performance data. So coming back here, let's put it in. So flaps 1, and center of gravity, actually let me go back to init B, we'll use that as a proxy, 24.9, roughly 25. So if we come down here, center of gravity 25, and that's what, up, we say like 0.3, actually we could confirm directly here. Oop, don't get too dizzy. 0.4 up. So up 0.4. And back to SimSmart, our flex temp is 70 degrees, which is similar to yesterday. Engine out, and then thrust reduction acceleration altitudes look fine to me. Transition altitude, that's interesting why that's blank. It should be universally 18,000 in the States. And V speeds, V1 is 146. Rotation speed is 146 as well, and then 147 for V2. All right. So that's it for SimSmart. We'll close that and get some performance back, hopefully. All right. So that is the McDo all set up. I'll just double check. We don't have ATC online. We do not have ATC online. So at this point, we can start preparing for pushback and engine start. So before start, checklist to the line. Cockpit prep is complete. I always do this before I attach the tug. I should really attach the tug first. So let's actually do that before I do checklists. Apologies, folks. So zoom out here. We should be facing to the right. Yes. So we're going to come here and nice and easy, just face straight on that taxiway and request pushback.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
At this point we can disconnect external power, get our pumps on, get seatbelt signs on, and close the door. Oh, nope, that's opening up. Now it's locked.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
All right.
Parking brake set.
Signs on and auto. IRS is our nav. Fuel quantity is set. Takeoff data is set, and BioRef is set. Before start checklist is line
for
complete.
start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
All right, parking brake released. Before start checklist
Parking brakes are released.
below the line. Windows and doors are closed. Beacon is coming on for engine
It will
starts.
start in the sequence.
Thrust levers are idle. Parking brake is off, and before start checklist is complete. So let's get those engines started. Get APU bleed on. Pumps are on. Engine mode to ignition. Engine to start. Here they come alive. Yeah, I wouldn't know the frames are as bad as they are if I didn't have the frame counter in the upper left, because it does feel kind of smooth. Like maybe it's a touch more jittery, but it's so subtle. But I think for peace of mind, I'm just going to bite the bullet and do a reinstall. I was so shaken from last night. Alright. Oh, we have a friend! Hello, friend!
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake. Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Let's see, who's that?
You may disconnect. Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side.
Oh, they're not showing up in Valanta yet. Interesting.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, they just connected. They say they're going to PDX. Interesting. And it's an old TWA flight, which is probably why I don't have the livery. Alright. Engine 1 start. Should be 737 over yonder as well. Yep, there they are. For some reason it's coming up as the A320neo livery. That's weird. It's kind of implying that my model matching is not working either. Oh man, the issues continue, friends. Alright, let's pay attention. Let's get back to the actual flying part of this whole thing. So the igniter is on. It'll come off at around 12% N1. There it goes. Fuel flow is increasing. And 2 good engine starts. Great. So let's get that ignition back to engine mode back to normal. Let's set takeoff flaps. Flaps 1. We'll arm the spoilers. We'll set ATC to auto. Alright. And we'll get our lights on for taxi. Alright, so may as well just announce what our plan is to the crew, so they all have visibility. Portland traffic, Air Canada 9084 at pushback at Charlie 12, taxiing to runway 28 left via Bravo. Portland traffic. Alright, let's do it. Oh, APU. Don't need that anymore. Alright, now let's roll. After start checklist, anti-ice is off, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim is set, rudder trim is 0. After start checklist complete. Let's do our flight controls test as we're rolling. Full left, full right, center, full down, full up, center, disconnect the nose wheel, full left, full right, center. Alright, let's pay attention to these taxiways here. Guess we'll follow Echo. That'll take us to Bravo, is my assumption. We're already flying. Set engines to max, auto braking to max rather. Probably because we're so light. Looking to see. Because I think Bravo's going to be next. Yeah, Bravo's next. It's hard to see those signs. But let's follow this turn here. Don't want to get onto that runway prematurely. Alright, we are on what I believe is to be Bravo, and we'll take it all the way down. Alright, so next up, let's get weather systems on. Call the cabin. Takeoff config check. Let's do before takeoff checklist to the line. Flight controls are checked. Flight instruments are checked. Briefing is confirmed. Flap settings are confirmed. V speeds are set. ATC is set. ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. Frames are holding at 26. There's our friend in the non-model matched. That should have matched. I'm actually upset that's not working. But that could be the source of my issues. Actually, the first thing I should do before I do a full reinstall is just empty the community folder, load a flight, and see. See if I get the same problems. Because the you know, the frame rate actually just dipped. Now it's below 20, and now I'm starting to notice it. Now it's back up. Come on, Sim, I know you could do it. We'll set our initial climb out to 3,000 feet. It wasn't really specified, but that's what we'll do. Slow a bit as we get closer to this turn. Look at that wind sock. Barely moving, but we are taking off into the wind. That's nice they put the sock right there. Even at these large airports, it's always nice to have that windsock. Slow down and turn. And hold. All right, let's get our lights ready for takeoff. Get the packs off. TCAS can come on, and ATC on.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
All right, before takeoff, checklist below the line. Takeoff runway is confirmed. Cabin crew is advised. TCAS is on TARA. Engine mode is on normal. Packs are off. Portland traffic, Air Canada 984 is taking off runway 28 left. Portland traffic. Let's go. Check no one's on final. Looks fine. Looks clear. Two 8 left, confirmed, and turn. All right, moment of truth, friends. Let's see if the sim can handle me actually flying. Takeoff. And 1 to 50%. Oh, tiller is messed up. There we go, that's better. Engines are stable. Man flex, SRS runway. Airspeed's alive. Knots, easing back on the yoke. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Wow, that is pretty. That is pretty. Let's get those packs back online at this point. Go to thrust climb. Pitch down to speed. Approaching S speed. Speed checked, flaps up. Spoilers disarmed. Gauge autopilot. Speed alt star. Get these lights off. On the wheels. And there we go. And the frame rate has improved. We're at 45 frames per second. It's still not what I'm used to, but we'll see if we get up to where we should be. Higher in the air. It's very possible that was just an airport thing. It's looking actually damn smooth right now. And the sim looks fantastic. There's Portland Airport in the background. Very cool. There's Portland there. So we'll stay at this altitude a little bit. It's just very pretty with the clouds and the lights and the river. And if we get some city views on the way out, I think that'll be nice as well. Turn on the chrono. Get a loose timing of our flight. There's a little stuttering here and there. That looks pretty remarkable. We're not going to be very close to the city on the pass, so I'm just going to clear us up to cruise altitude, just to kind of get the show on the road. Thrust climb, climb. Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Looks like VNav is struggling to calculate our top of climb, which is interesting. Lovely cloud layer, easy to pass through. The sun sets over our starboard bow. Approaching 10,000 feet, landing lights can come off. And set to airports. And because we're clear to cruise, we'll go ahead and go to standard QNH as well. Accelerating to 290 knots. We'll go ahead and ping the cabin crew. Turn off seatbelt sign. Alright, and frames are up into the mid-50s. So kind of what we would expect being in the sky. It's possible maybe there's some changes to how graphics are rendering on the ground that makes it a bit more intensive. I'd say we're probably still about 5 frames lower than we would typically be. It seems to be a little all over the place. So I'm not going to call it stable on the frames just yet. But it's better than it was on the ground. F yeah. I realize I never used the RadNav, but at this point we can clear it out. And what we'll do next, friends, is that we will wait till we are up to 33,000. And then we'll check to see when we should start planning our descent. The plan last night was to use VNav all the way down. We'll do the same tonight and just hope we won't crash desktop again. Will be a bit of a later night. I think at this time yesterday, was it like it's 2:33 Zulu? Yeah, we were starting our descent into SFO at this point, so I was going to take the night off from simming. I was going to do something else, but that crashed desktop just kept bugging me. So let's see, it's possible. Yeah, I'm getting just shy of 60 frames per second outside the plane. It's possible that the fly-by-wire as well causing some issues in case they need to adapt to the new hotfix. It's entirely possible. But, still a gorgeous sim despite its issues. And what a livery. It's such a sexy livery. And it's the black mask as well. It kind of makes it look like a superhero airplane in a way. And that contrast between the black and the red. Like whoever designed this for Air Canada just did a fantastic job. Excuse me. And that black underbelly, man. Must be fun spotting this from the ground. Oh, interesting. Is there a crazy crosswind? Oh, there is. Because we were crabbing like a mofo. Alright, let's take a look at VNav. So there's our calculated top of descent. Not accurate yet because we haven't actually programmed in our arrival. But there's no calculated top of climb. It's not from what I can see. Still climbing at a decent rate, 2,000 feet per minute. It will slow as we get into thinner air. But if that rate is constant, we'll get to cruise in about 5 minutes. Take another look at Volanta, and it is quiet on ATC tonight. Let me flash this on for you guys. Or do I still have SimSmart up? Apologies. There you go. That's a better view. How dare I? All right, well, let's hop over to Volanta. If it will work. Come on. There it is. Alright, so yeah, you're looking at a map of the United States. You can see ATC coverage where you see the green circles. Those are approach controllers. The letters show usually ground or tower as well. And then the blues are the centers. And it's just quiet on the West Coast. We have Tijuana Tower online. That's really it. That is really it. Do some pilot action though, like looking at SFO, a couple planes at stands, and same with Oakland. I love that you could fly into Alameda. That's fun. Even though it's a decommissioned airport, these buildings here, these are actually like distilleries and breweries now. And on this runway, they hold a farmers market. Not a farmers market, more like a flea market every so often. It's an epic flea market that you can walk all the way up and down the runway and shop. But it is not an active airbase and has not been for some time. I used to live in the Bay Area, which is also why I'm so excited to fly into this, because I know the topography really well. I've just seen it from the air so many times. I've flown into runway 28 right a ton. And on occasion on parallel approaches with another plane. And it's just, it's a special place. It's really, really a special place. I have a friend that got his PPL at Hayward. Yeah, Buchanan is another option that's not too far away for flight training. That's actually a nice area because there's not a ton of traffic around here. Here, like you're dealing with a pretty busy airspace. But also good for training. I guess it depends what you're looking for. Oh! Center just came online. Yes! Oakland Center. Yes! Alright, so we are going to have some ATC on this flight if we don't crash. That's exciting. 119.75. We'll get that into standby. I haven't used my radios in a while. Not since across the pond. That was the last time I interacted with ATC. 119.75 in standby. Perfect. Getting some bumps there. So we're still accelerating, but let's get a ballpark figure of when we're expected into SFO at about 40 past the hour. So we'll do descent prep at 3 Zulu on the dot. Maybe a touch before as we gain a little bit more speed. So we're also probably going to be vectored in tonight if Center's online. And we'll see if they publish any ATISs. That's some serious cloud, man. The tailwind component is starting to come in a bit as we turn toward SFO. I just saw another Canadian tower come online. So definitely more activity all of a sudden. We'll see if we get lucky. Otherwise, Oakland Center will just kind of take us in all the way, which is fine. I'm a bit rusty, so it might be nice to stay with my controller all the way down. Mach Alt Star. Alt Cruise. Welcome to Cruise Flight, everybody. Welcome to Cruise Flight. Let's check the ECAM. Yeah, Frank Kosaker thought it was interesting that it still showed climb on the ECAM even though we were in cruise flights.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
But it looks like it's managing power appropriately, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. Okay, great. So let's check the final estimate we have right now into SFO, about 36 past the hour. So yeah, I guess 12 minutes. 12 minutes will do descent prep, so not too long to wait at all. Just want to get a sense for when we'll... okay, so we'll enter Oakland Center airspace at NV. About 160 miles away. Remaining a bit bumpy, eh? You know, Oakland Center online. Yeah, there's some decent activity now. Didn't seem to be this this bumpy in the flight plan forecast, but c'est la vie. Might just be like the really intense tailwind. That is really intense. Really pushing us hard. Alright, I think at this point, just so the McDo and the VNav can do its calculation thingy appropriately, let's go ahead and put in our expected arrival. So via SFO, ILS runway 28 right, via the Bodega 3. And we are coming via... Oh, approach via. We don't know the approach via. I think we were going to do Dumba yesterday. Because that just gave us more of an extended final. So fine, let me pull up the charts. Alright, so reset display. This is boding really well. For some brief data. The recovery is quite nice. You gotta give them props for that. Bodega 3. Alright, and then approach ILS 28 right, Cat 2, Cat 3. And yeah, there's Dumba. Since we're coming from the north, doesn't make sense to go all the way around. I guess we could go to Woodside and then go to Eddy. Actually, that makes more sense. Ah, crap. Alright, I guess we'll do... We didn't do that yesterday, but this... Oh, well, this is assuming we're going to Woodside. We may not. So actually, for now, until we get more instructions, I'm going to say no via. Transition, though, this is important. What is our transition off the star? Oh, Malbec. I knew that. Alright, insert. There's going to be a... Yeah, decel pretty early. I wonder if I can move that. I'd want decel here. But can I clear it? No, it's just there. So that's when it automatically puts us into approach mode. I don't know how to change it, honestly, without removing this discontinuity. What to do, what to do. I'd really rather not decel that early. Still debating what to do, honestly. Alright. Yeah, I guess I leave it until I get ATC instructions. May as well. But we still have some time. What that really did was advance our top of descent. And that's roughly where it was yesterday, so I feel good about that. We're about 80 miles from NB. In a few minutes, we could probably start monitoring center. Start getting a sense for how folks are being routed. We are the only flight right now coming from the north. But not the only ones going to SFO, so... Alright, let's go ahead and start monitoring center. Alright, at this point I think we can start briefing our arrival based on what we think will be given. So, Bodega 3 from Malbec, gotta be at flight level 290 or above, and descending via the star. There are speed restrictions and altitude restrictions all the way throughout, which should give us a pretty nice descent. We'll see what instructions ATC gives us, but we'll effectively be at 11,000 feet when we cross Bricks, which is directly above SFO, and then theoretically we would be vectored from there to final approach on 28 right, again if that's the runway they'll be giving us. Looking at the METAR information, this is from roughly an hour ago, so it's a bit old, pretty gusty, but I have 290, so that still feels good. 28 right still feels like the right runway, considering the weather. Altimeter 3028. But yeah. Looking at the approach chart, we'll want to descend, if I recall from yesterday, we'll be intercepting at 1,800 feet for the glide slope intercepts. And minimums 113 on the Barrow. We have Woodside and SFO VORs, which we'll put in, and that looks good there. Let's get charts loaded for the for taxiing and finding a gate. We were international yesterday. We are not international today, so we're probably going to go to a different gate. And let's see, I'm trying to remember what terminal I used to go into. Well, I guess we are flying Air Canada. We can go to international. We can go to the G gates again. No problem. And we'll just get parking gates loaded as well, so we have that as a reference once we're on the ground. I think we're going to go to G11 or G8 or something like that. Okay, that is all set there. So now let's go ahead and set up the McDo. We might get new METAR information in a few minutes. So we'll hold off on programming the approach page, but we can go through the other flows in the meantime. So flight plan, we've already set as far as we are willing to go. Rad navs, we know we want to put in SFO. And what was the other frequency there? SFO, let's stick with that for now, unless we have a reason to otherwise. Missed approach is based on the SFO VOR, so that is fine for rad navs. Coming up to progress, we're expecting 28 right, so we'll get that in there. Looks good. And over to performance. We'll hold off on this till we get the latest METAR information. We'll just double check it hasn't come in since we've been talking. Nah, it's still the old one. I'm concerned center has been very quiet. Maybe we're just out of range. But I've not heard anything on sensor yet. And okay, so that's good. We'll come back to performance later. Fuel prediction is fine. And secondary flight plan is in op. Yeah, 119.75. Oakland Center, good evening. Air Canada 9084 at 33,000 inbound Ellen. I'm not receiving.
Got it 1825, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, turn right, runway 1825.
Oakland Center, Air Canada 9084. Mic check, please.
Air Canada 984, read you 5x5.
Roger, thanks.
Air Canada 984, squawk 3330.
Squawk 3330, Air Canada 9084.
Southwest 2078, runway 28 left, quick takeoff. Air Canada 984, radar contact, 20 miles west, Fort Jones VOR. Southwest 2134, flight heading 080 on the rollout to airport. 3 o'clock, about 10 miles from port site.
Robert, right turn 080, we'll be on the lookout for the field. We'll call Southwest 2134.
Southwest 1854, procedure kebab. Southwest 1854, proceed direct to Kabob. Southwest 2134, fly heading 140, airport will be 11 o'clock, about 10 miles.
I turn 140, no, so look over the field, a little bit more.
Roger.
Heads up, let's 134 in the field.
Southwest 2134, fly heading 140, cleared visual approach runway 17 right, runway 17 right, clear to land.
Blue visual approach 17 right, and clear to land, 17 right, Southwest 134.
Ah, I'm so nervous. Haven't been on ATC in a while.
Dallas 3448 Oakland Center, squawk 3360. 3360, squawk Dallas 3448. Dallas 3448, your radar contact. 3448, did you get about 10 to 15 minutes out of the contact? That's per device in your back. Okay, back Dallas 3448.
Southwest 1253, Lakehart.
Southwest 1253, sorry about that, climb to follow 390.
390, Southwest 1253.
Southwest 2078, radar contact, climb, maintain, level 390, proceed direct Seagull.
It's on United 1996 to San Francisco, already pushing start.
United 1996, push and start Alpha is approved, to advisory to taxi.
We'll call United 1996.
Oakland Center, good evening, FedEx 328 Heavy is with you, flight level 330.
FedEx 328, Oakland Center, squawk 3315.
3315, 328 Heavy.
Radio voices are awesome.
1500 speed, about 4 miles out from Oakland, looking for a straight in.
Number 49004, Oakland Center, roger, runway 2 right, clear to land. Just for your information, when you enter the Class Charlie airspace, you got to contact me before you enter the circle. Whenever you see those airspace depictions on a en route or on a VFR chart, just note that the airspace circling the airport should say surface. Down to the surface is my control, and I just need you to contact it when you get there. But for now, it's okay. Runway 28 right, you're clear to land.
Clear right, clear to land. 190 for you. Sorry about that. Okay.
Not a problem. FedEx 328, your radar contact, 140 miles north west. Amity VOR. Southwest 339 Oakland Center. Southwest 1854, proceed direct to Kebab.
Direct kebab.
Center FedEx 328. FedEx 328, good.
Hey, we're going to step away for about 5 minutes.
That's approved, guys. You're back.
Roger, thanks.
Hey, me mug. It's going pretty well. We got ATC tonight, so I'm freaking out.
Number 612 Alpha Tango, just confirm you're on frequency with me.
We'll be descending pretty soon.
Southwest 339, Oakland Center.
Ah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Get on here, Southwest 339.
Southwest 339, Oakland Center, right there.
Doing pretty well. We crashed a desktop yesterday, so we're trying to do a do-over tonight. Hopefully that won't happen again.
I don't know. It's Southwest 339.
How are you? Okay.
Southwest 339, radar contact. 15 miles north, northwest. Past the Robles VOR, recycle transponder score 3275. 3275.
3275, Southwest 339.
So 339 descend via the Silicon 5 arrival, San Jose landing north, San Jose altimeter 3019, expect ILS runway 30 left approach.
Expect the ILS 30 left, San Jose landing north for Southwest 339. Can we get the squawk code again for Southwest 339?
Yeah, 3375.
3375, Southwest 339.
I'm very nervous for the surprises.
Right back to in November 6th, Alpha Tango. Roger.
And Southwest 1253, request direct Princess.
Southwest 1253, proceed direct Princess.
Direct Princess, Southwest 1253.
Right, you know I'd vector Air Force One out of the way for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm the real VIP, bro.
Yeah, you are.
Who's flying Air Force One
That is
tonight?
noted.
Oakland Center, good night, Southwest 663, checking in. 360, just over red inspection.
Southwest 663, Oakland Center, good night.
And Oakland Center, number 49004, we vacated right on stall, taxi to USDOT.
Number 49004, test room via Charlie. Good day.
Right via Charlie, good day.
Southwest 663, I'm just playing with you here. Squawk 3214 and ident.
Here's a flash.
Southwest 1314, your radar contact, 15 miles north, northwest, Shopper VOR. Number 612 Alpha Tango, Air Space to the south, Los Angeles Center is offline. Radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved.
Whoa! Oh my God!
And Sonny, you're not in 1996 radio taxi.
Bread Squad for the win. Holy shit. You showed
1996 runway 28 left taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
Wow.
Runway 1 left crossing runway 1 right.
guys. Craig Wren,
All right, 28
Anchor
left, yeah,
Joseph,
Alpha,
Gem
Fox,
TV,
cross one
DJ
left, one
Medic,
right,
thank you so
1996.
much.
Got at 1825 crossing runway 28 left taxi ramp via Bravo. Give way to the United 737 taxiing on Alpha.
Nice to meet you guys too.
28 left
Bravo to the ramp and give way to our company on Alpha.
Welcome to the channel. We got some ATC coverage tonight, so hopefully it'll be entertaining on the way down, because I have very little clue what I'm doing. Goodness gracious. Just Izzy, Latte Lover. Oh, thank you so much, guys. That is VATSIM chatter. We are on with Oakland Center right now. And I haven't had ATC coverage in like a long time, so let's see how we do this.
Oakland Center,
I have a Ferrero Rocher if I butter the landing, if you're wondering. We'll be descending real soon.
Center, Southwest 924, looking for IFR clearance.
Goodness gracious. What a lovely raid. You guys are fantastic.
31 Oakland Center, squawk 3236.
Yeah, if I land. There's an equal chance I crash or crash a desktop. 50-50. Yes. Yes.
Center FedEx 328 back with you.
Italy's best.
Spike 608, roger.
Southwest 924.
Thank you. Thank you, mean mug.
Southwest 924, reach you 5 by 5.
924, begin IFR, please.
Indeed. Question for you though, is Ferrero Rocher, is it a hazelnut company or is it a chocolate company? Yeah, Medic, it's a real shame. After the hot fix from the other day, everything's kind of been going to shite. My frame rates have been dropping, it's been stuttering. Ah, thanks, Jem.
Thank you.
I'm hoping I don't miss an ATC call with all this activity here. It is a hazelnut chocolate. There you go. But I believe the Ferrero family were hazelnut farmers. The area of Italy in Piedmont where Ferrero is based is known for its hazelnuts. So my assumption is the chocolate came after. Oh, that's a shame, DJ. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Medic, I'm tempted to do a full reinstall situation overnight tonight. I'm not sure if that's just going to make my life more painful, or if that will actually help.
Alaska 371, radar contact 10 miles south. Paso Robles, VR.
Paso Robles. We're nearing top of descent, so let's see if we'll get guidance just now. Yeah, no, it seems to be a common thing after the hotfix from Wednesday. Or actually, it was a hotfix from yesterday. It came out yesterday. So if you've played since yesterday, you may be having issues. Oh, and we just hit 50 followers, which means, I think if I stream a couple more times this week, I get affiliate. Thank you, guys. You guys have put me over the top there. I don't know really what affiliate means for me, but it sounds like a fun milestone.
Alaska 371, proceed direct to Red Bluff VOR.
Hell yeah.
Red Bluff, Alaska 371.
Oh, that guy sounded a little stoned. Emotes and subs, nice. I'm more excited about the emotes, honestly. But I guess subs mean you don't get you get to avoid ads on the channel. I'm all about that. I don't like the whole ad thing. I'm just here for the community. I just want to meet other flight sim enthusiasts, learn a little something. There's a great follower I have that's actually an A320 pilot in training, and he's been amazing.
1854, turn left, left turn 30 degrees, vector sequence. Southwest 1854, turn left turn 30 degrees, vector sequence.
Getting real close to the top of descent. I don't want to make an ass of myself here.
Is that for Southwest 59?
Negative.
Oh, whoops. I've been streaming since November. This is the 50th flight in an around the world journey that's taken me from Newark, New Jersey, all the way around back to Newark, New Jersey.
36 Oakland Center, squawk 3217.
So we are like 3 flights away from the end of it.
Southwest 1854, turn left turn 30 degrees, vector sequence.
Left 30 degrees sequence, 1854.
Oakland Center, Southwest 3448, back.
I guess
3448, roger.
when we get to the top of descent, I guess I could just call ready for descent. Unless he's waiting for me to get...
1436 radar contact, 20 miles southwest, more like 30 miles southwest, Shafter VOR.
We're approaching Malbec now. Look at that view, though. Oh,
Canada 984 descent via the Bodega 3, or excuse me, the Bodega 3 arrival, San Francisco altimeter 3027. Expect visual approach runway 28 left.
let's descend via Bodega 3, expecting runway 28 left, Air Canada 984. So 3027, and let's do the VNAV descent. We're pretty much at top of descent.
Yeah, it's on United 1996, falling short 28 left.
United 1996, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
And Mach descent. We're expecting the visual for 28 left, so let's get that in there. Flight plan. We had 28 right in there. Arrival. ILS 28 left. Via Bodega 3. We'll do no vias for now because we'll probably be vectored. And we are coming in via Malbec. Insert.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination.
Thank you. Take care. See y'all. I appreciate you guys visiting.
If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Oh man, I appreciate it, Mean Mug. I really do. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to creating them. I really am. Thanks again for the raid, guys. I do really appreciate it. For those of you sticking around, let's hope we don't crash, both to desktop or into the ground. Let's get our destination data in. There's no ATIS, so we'll rely on the METAR here. And that is updated. Fantastic. And 3027 is the altimeter we have. So let's go ahead and put in our destination data here. So altimeter 3027. And temperature out there right now is looking at 13 degrees. Wind is going to be pretty heavy. Oh, actually, it stopped gusting, but still pretty high. 290 at 20. So he has us going into the right runway.
United 1996, radar contact, altitude
1,500.
United 1996, climb maintain, flight level 310.
And the barrows.
Up to 310, United 1996.
For the approach, again, we have to get a new chart actually. It should be the same, but let's actually get rid of this approach since we're doing 28 left. Oh no. Display reset again. I'm not exactly following, but I'm laughing just to kind of join in. Alright, approach 28 left. ILS. And the minimums there are at 103.
1854, you still want us on this heading?
Affirm.
Right.
Let's get some integrated lights on here. Oh, those are the floods. I didn't want the floods. I wanted this. Let's turn the floods off. I don't like the floods.
Southwest 924 looking to push back right now. We are fully ready.
Southwest 924, push insert your discretion, call for taxi.
Push my... Southwest 924.
Thrust idle. We're looking good on the descent. VNAV has been working really nice.
Southwest 1854. Fly heading. Could be 120 now, 120.
120.
The intercept is still 1800s. That looks good. Oh, sorry to hear that, but I will be sure to check out your stream.
Skyways 2900 Oakland Center, go ahead.
Just request CDC clearance if available, fine.
Skyways 2900, don't have a flight plan on file, please file one.
Alright, let's do the approach checklist here. Briefing is confirmed, ACAM status is checked, landing distance is confirmed, so we're going to be doing low braking. Seatbelts are on.
Southwest 663, request descent.
Barra ref is not set yet, so
Southwest 663 descend via the Silicon 5 arrival, San Jose altimeter 3028.
Send me the Silicon 5, 3028, Southwest 663.
Southwest 339 at Clyde, cleared ILS, runway 30 left approach.
At Clyde, cleared ILS.
barra ref is
30
set,
left,
minimums are set,
Southwest
engine mode is normal.
Southwest 663, expect ILS, runway 30 left approach.
Expect island 30 left approach, Southwest 663.
Alright, coming to the Bay Area. Now this is not too far from where we crashed last night.
1854, proceed direct Fletcher.
Direct Fletcher for 1854.
Southwest
2900 off what time is that long?
330. Oakland Center, good evening. American 712 at San Jose, ready for taxi. American 712, runway 30, right, taxi via Zulu.
Let's get the constraints on.
Zulu Bravo to runway 30, right, American. Southwest 1993, contact Los Angeles Center 135.55, good night.
We're still within restrictions, that's good. VNAV is fine, I don't need to apply speed brake because we are already below flight level 230.
Southwest 1854, say Mach number.
We, 0.78.
Southwest 1854, maintain Mach 0.76, primary space.
76 for en route spacing, 1854.
Southwest 1854, thanks for the cooperation. Los Angeles Center on 135.55, good night.
What RLA, thanks, Ron.
Take care, bro.
Southwest 924, ready for taxi with weather.
Southwest 924, runway 30, taxi via Uniform Whiskey.
Uniform
That's
Whiskey to 30 for
pretty gorgeous there.
Southwest 924.
Oakland Center, 1061, level 350, 100, north of Red 12.
So there's Tamales Bay. I kayaked on that once.
Got it, 1061, Oakland Center, squawk 3210.
3210, Oakland, United 1061.
We're in a 38 ETI.
Really running space to the north. Unfortunately, got a money on 122.8. Radar services terminated. Good night, Brett.
Okay, Southwest 1253 is switching to the lonely 122.8. Thanks, Rowan. Take care, buddy.
You too.
Apply some speed brake here just to catch up to the.
Oh, I'm gonna get it.
Southwest 1436 descent via the Silicon 5 arrivals, San Jose altimeter 3028.
It's starting to catch up.
Southwest 2078, contact Los Angeles Center 135.55. Good night. Southwest 2078, contact Los Angeles Center 135.55. Good night.
I think I touched on you there, 35.
Cheers.
Oakland Center, Southwest 279, about an 8 mile final for runway 30 left.
Southwest 339, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Some of the pilots sound so
30
young on
left,
us.
clear to land, Southwest 239.
You can actually put in the landing rates, so exclamation point predict and then a number. Hopefully below like 200 would be amazing. But crash to desktop should be an option, to be honest.
American 712, ready to roll, 30 right. American 712, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
This is just so pretty.
Takeoff, 30 right, American 712.
Love the twilight. Get these displays a bit dimmer. Oh, exclamation point predict and then the number.
924, holding short of 30 here at Whiskey 1, ready for departure.
Southwest 924, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 30, Southwest 924.
It is indeed. Love the Bay Area. Lived there for quite a while. Okay, we really gotta slow down now, actually. We were kind of off our VNAV path here.
Oakland Center, Walker 1874, flight level 350.
Walker 1874, Oakland Center, squawk 3240.
3240, Walker 1874.
Alt constraints. Speed brakes disengaged. We're looking good. We'll be slowing down to Cork.
And Oakland Center, Skyway 2900.
Skyway 2900, go ahead.
I just recommended flight level 320.
Oh, the honeycomb's fantastic. I have the Bravo throttle as well.
Skyway 2900, roger. Climb via SID. Expect follow 3205 minutes after departure. Rest of clearance remains unchanged.
And I have it hooked up to SPAD.next.
We'll expect flight level 3205 minutes after Skyway 290 there.
Craig, should I be offended by your prediction? Just kidding. Alright, slowing down to 250. VNAV is just working so great. Alright, let's just doing the 10,000 feet flows a little early.
Southwest 924, radar contact, say altitude.
Southwest 924, we are passing 2,000, going up to 10,000.
Actually,
Southwest 924, roger, climb, maintain, flight level 330.
Cleared up to flight level 330 for Southwest 924.
Air Canada 984, depart bricks, heading 1400 at bricks, descend and maintain 6,000.
direct bricks and bricks descent and maintain 6,000. Air Canada 984.
Air Canada 984, depart bricks, heading 140 at bricks, descend and maintain 6,000.
Depart bricks heading at 140 at bricks descend maintain 6,000. Air Canada 984.
Oakland Center, good evening. Citation 112 Tango, Mike, flight level 320 for Moffett.
Number 112 Tango, Mike, Oakland Center.
Oh, what happened to my charts, man? Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be vectored anyway.
Center, American 712, 5,000. American 712, radar contact, climb, maintain, flight level 350.
Climb and maintain, flight level 350, American 712.
SkyWest 3448, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival, San Francisco, altimeter 3027.
Descend by Bodega 3, altimeter 3027 for SkyWest 3448.
Alright, so start descent to 6,000.
Southwest 1204.
And heading.
Back, please.
One 140. Ah, shit.
Local Center Southwest 704, I am part of Rebecca. Oh, just kidding, just got the BC.
Southwest 663 at Clyde, cleared ILS runway 30 left approach.
Hi, Clyde, clear ILS 30 left approach, Southwest 663.
Alright, sorry for being silent, guys. I'm just really concentrating. There's some traffic there. Actually, let's get this set to below. Should have done that before.
Southwest 924, looking to step out for about 5 minutes.
Southwest 924, that's approved, as in your back.
We'll let you know.
Air Canada 984, fly heading 100, descend and maintain 4000.
Heading 100, descend and maintain 4,000. Air Canada 984. There's the peninsula right beneath us. Looks so good. They even have that weird watercolor they have in the bay there. It is different colors. I never really understood why.
Fax 200 Oakland Center, roger.
Flying over San Jose now, it looks like.
United 1061, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival, San Francisco, altimeter 3027. Expect visual approach runway 28 left.
Visual 28 left, descend with the Bodega 3 3027, United 1061.
Air Canada 984, flighting 310. On the roll at airport will be 12 o'clock, about 15 miles, report in sight.
310, and we'll report airport in sight. Air Canada 984.
Skype 2900, or request push and start.
Alts.
Skyways 2900, push and start is approved. Advise ready for taxi.
Push and start approved, full code, Skype 2900.
Southwest 623 Oakland Center, hello.
That just looks phenomenal. We're about 24 miles from the SFO VOR, so plenty of time to configure and slow down. Oakland Center, Air Canada 984, field in sight.
Air Canada 984, cleared visual approach, runway 28 left.
Cleared for the visual, 28 left, Air Canada 984.
Southwest 924 is back with you.
Alright, so it's basically up to us since we're cleared for the visual. So I'm actually going to do
Southwest 924, roger.
direct Hemin. And activates. Get us on to final for the ILS. We'll also go back to managed everything. So managed speed, managed altitude for the intercept.
Southwest 663 at Eddie, or at should runway 2, runway 30 lost total land.
Really is stunning, you're right.
Runway 30 left, clear land, Southwest 663.
Alright, at this point we're going to activate the approach. Approach phase is active. Start slowing ourselves down. Glide slope active.
Oakland Center, citation 2 Tango Mike, request descent.
Going to apply speed brake just to slow ourselves down.
112 Tango Mike, descend and maintain level 200. San Jose altimeter 3028.
200, altimeter 3028, Tango Mike.
Walker 1874, radar contact lost.
Confirming 28 left, looks good. So we'll start configuring speed check to flaps 1. And we'll activate the approach, autopilot 2. Locking on to that localizer. Glide slope star, loc star, cat 3 dual. Loc. Speed check flaps 2. Ah, hey, Kosecker, thank you. You're back. You are back. Welcome for the final bit of this. Gear down, spoilers armed. Yes, thank you for reminding me to set the go around. Go around is 4,000.
2,500.
Radio temperatures alive.
Alaska 155, Oakland Center, hello. Southwest 1436 at Clyde, cleared ILS for my 30 left approach. At Clyde, cleared ILS.
Alright. Speed checked, flaps 3.
Number 112, Tango Mike, descend to maintain 10,000. Expect ILS runway 3, 2 left approach into Moffett Airport.
And flaps full.
Down to 10,000 for 32 left ILS, 2 Tango Mike.
I didn't have a chance to today, but I will, I promise. Thank you for posting those, by the way. Alright, landing checklist that I have here. Cabin crews advise, auto throttles on speed, auto brake is set to low, ECAM memo, landing no blue. Landing checklist complete.
Right approach, ILS right through 2 right.
Thank you. I'll check as soon as we're on the ground.
Right for citation, 2 Tango Mike.
Alright, friends, here it is. Thank you, sir. This is a very nice stable approach here into my old home of San Francisco.
$1,000.
1,000, check.
FedEx 328, contact Los Angeles Center, 135.55, connect.
Disengage autopilot.
4555 over the one. FedEx 328.
Air Canada 984, runway 28 left, clear to land.
28 left, clear to land. Air Canada 984. Getting blown off center a little bit.
$500.
500, check.
$400.
Land.
$300.
Little shallow.
$200.
Clear 30 left on the structure to the right.
South 663, cross runway 30, right taxi ramp via
100.
Deux.
Minimum.
Continue.
Right taxi around is
50. 40.
You too, take care.
30.
Ugh.
20. Retard. 5.
Reverse screen. Decel.
American 712, contact Los Angeles Center, 135.55, good night. 3555 for American
70 knots.
712, good night.
Rolling out.
Scouter 3448, expect visual approach from my 28 left. San Francisco altimeter 3027.
Oh, you know what? I'm like, why can't I see?
28 left.
Always forget the damn lights. Ah. There we go. Let's turn off here. Woo, that wasn't too bad.
And November 112 Tango Mike, proceed direct ZAPEP, cross ZAPEP, or excuse me, ZAPEP at or above 5,500 cleared. ILS.
Yes, now I get to eat chocolate.
Approach into Moffett Airport.
Yes, I should not hear the retard alert, right?
ZAPEP at or above 5,500 ILS.
Thank you, Stone Cold.
To right.
All right, flaps retract, spoilers disarmed. Got the weather system off, predictive wind shear system off. TCAS and go to
Southwest
standby.
1436, runway 30 left, clear to land.
APU 1, 2, and 3. Yes, heading to that next. Afterline checklist. Flaps are retracted, spoilers armed. APU is coming online. Radar is off. Predictive wind shear system's off, and we'll do a 2-inch taxi because that's just what I'm gonna do. Good night, Coast Tiger. Thank you for joining again, and thank you again for the tips on the way down. Yes, 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 yes. Appreciate it, folks. Do I request taxi from center?
Southwest 1204, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha.
Yes, I will read the document, I promise. Thanks, Medic. Thanks for joining.
Air Canada 994, taxi via Alpha. Remain this frequency. Good night.
Taxi via Alpha, remain the frequency. Thanks so much. Air Canada 984. I need to get the chart up for friggin' because it was deloaded, so I need to see where Alpha is. Okay, cool, easy. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome weekend reading, sir. Oop. Yes, that was Bravo. I think this is Alpha right here. And we're going to taxi ourselves to the G gates, which is our plan last night. Since this was supposed to be an international flight, and we want to go to the international terminal. Alright. Woo! That was fun. That was fun. It's always better with ATC online. Always. Oh, God. I have like my strobes flashing. How embarrassing. Alright, look how beautiful this airport is. Still getting crap frames, but what can you do? Let's make sure I'm not going to miss the turn. We're just going to follow Alpha all the way around, basically. You know, go to the G gates there. How fun. Alright, so after tonight, we will be flying to Salt Lake City next, and then we'll be heading to KSUX. I forget where that is. I just saw the ICAO code and I thought it was hilarious. It's Kilo Sierra Uniform X-Ray. And then from KSUX we'll be flying to Detroit, and then from Detroit we'll be heading to Newark, and that will be the end of the round-the-world journey that we've been on since November. How nuts is that? So looking forward to getting to the end. It looks like it's hard to see these signs at the night because of the glare, but I believe this is Alpha continuing to our left. It says Bravo. Was I on Bravo this whole time? That's embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I'm on Alpha. Yeah, totally on Alpha. Anyway, that is the plan.
Oakland Center, Delta 2842 is passing 16,700 for flight level 190.
And there should be a lot.
2842 Oakland Center.
There should be a lot more ATC from here on out.
Level 240.
Because I'll be. Because I'll be flying nighttime, East Coast time. That's usually when ATC is online around here. I don't think that's something special to do for that final flight from Detroit to Newark. I think it'll be fun to kind of celebrate that event. And now that I'm probably going to get affiliate status by then, thanks to you all. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I'll make sure to get some emotes and kind of special things to play with for that event. So, okay, I'm going to turn here. These are the G gates in front of us, the good old international terminal. I'll just choose one to go into. G100. We'll go down a little bit. We'll get a little bit closer to kind of like the main domestic terminals there. Just because this is a custom airport. This is an Asobo developed airport. And you know what? I mean, I've flown into San Francisco a billion times, and it looks pretty true to life.
Center Southwest 924.
Southwest Center 24, good.
So G96
924, can you
is
by
pulling
any
here.
chance send a copy of the Las Vegas ATIS? I'm too far and I want to program some stuff on the FFC.
Turn the lights off so I don't blind the poor people turning into the gates. Although I'm completely offline. This is embarrassing. It's alright. It's alright. This is why you have co-pilots.
Looks like it's too far.
Oop. Did not want to stop either. Oh, I'm still rolling a little bit, so we'll just roll in ever so slowly. Better to go slower than fast.
Southwest Center 24, you should be able to do a .WX command .WX Whiskey Tango, Whiskey X-ray, excuse me, Whiskey X-ray.
That's fine.
KLAF.
Oop, parking brake.
Alpha 0.
And APU is available. Engines are coming offline. Seatbelt signs off.
Southwest 2746, Oakland Center, good. Southwest 2746, roger. Southwest 2746, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha. Southwest 1204, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
And Southwest 924, yeah, I was going to get the actual ATIS to see what runways they were landing so I could program it.
Alright. Parking checklists. Electric pump is off. APU bleed will turn on for deplaning. Engines are off. Seatbelt signs are off. Exit lights are as required. Fuel pumps can come off.
23 descend via the Diamond 5 arrival, San Francisco altimeter 3027.
And parking brakes are on. Parking checklist complete. I'm going to get off frequency real quick.
United 1996, contact Los Angeles Center 135.55.
3255, United 1906.
And Oakland Center Southwest 3448, requesting further vectors for the visual.
Skywest 3448, flighting 140, descend to maintain 6000.
140, 6000, Skywest 3448.
Southwest 1436, cross runway 30, right taxi ramp via Zulu.
Actually, I'm just going to... He's busy, so I'm not going to even bother with it. So I'll just turn ATC to standby here and get back on Unicom. There we go. So let's secure the aircraft here. Brake temperatures are checked. IRSs, we can go ahead and turn them off. Let's actually get connected to external power. Get the APU off. Right, so what else we got here? Oxygen, crew supply off. Emergency exit lights, signs, should all come off as well. And APU battery is off. We'll shut down the battery in a sec, because I do the obsessive thing. I turn off all the displays. This is the thing. If you're not, if you're new to the channel, you probably don't know this, but at the end of every flight, I meticulously turn off every light, twist every knob, turn off every display, because apparently, and this was validated by our friend Kosteiger on one of the earlier flights, this is something that is done. Because you want to save the life of every single pixel and every single display. It just, over the long run, reduces maintenance. It just prolongs the longevity of the equipment, and that's what flying commercial is all about. It's about those cost savings, people. So that's looking pretty good to me. We'll turn the electronic flight bag off as well. We should get that jetway connected, eh? Just for the obsessive realism. There comes the jetway there. Hello. And coming back here to the overhead panel, everything is looking kind of as it should. APU is still spooling down. We can get the beacon off. Nav and logo lights can come off. Get the integrated lights off as well. And I think once that APU light goes off, in due time. Well, while we wait for that to shut down, let's get another external shot here of SFO. Looking pretty beautiful at night. Lots of great detail. Frame rates are still bleh, but we'll try to fix that as time goes on. But yeah, APU should be off now. Perfect. So we'll do the final little bits here. We'll get rid of external power. So now we're on battery. Battery 1. Get these lights off, and battery 2, battery 1, and now we're back to cold and dark. Oh, Craig, thank you so much. You flatter me. I'm still in training, still learning, but thanks to followers like you and followers like Costiker, who's actually a real A320 pilot. I don't think he actually introduced himself, but he's going to be flying for Latin American Airlines before long. Has been providing me with great tutorial information, and the more I learn, the more I'm going to share on this channel. This is all about sharing tips back and forth between the followers and myself. So stick around. When the Phoenix A320 comes out, which is going to be an even more detailed version of this A320, I will be first in line to download that. So we'll have lots of new toys to learn and play with in the Phoenix when that's available. I'll also start looking at the PMDG 737 once the 800 or 900 series comes out. I'm not really ready to jump in on the 700. I just kind of want them to work out the kinks. And I don't know, the 700 looks like a pretty stubby, short airplane, and I don't know. I think I'd rather wait for the other versions that are coming out down the line. But still lots of awesome flying to go. There's also been some interest in me doing streams around the Apollo 11 missions. So I don't only stream. Oh, right now I only stream flight sim, but I'm also into space sims. And there's a fantastic space sim called Orbiter. And a couple of hundred developers and space enthusiasts have, on top of Orbiter, built an authentic real-time simulation of the Apollo missions. And they have the Apollo 11 mission, the one that landed us on the moon, modeled end to end. It's pretty extreme. I actually purchased a copy of the original flight plan for Apollo 11. It's available publicly. And you have to use it to actually navigate the sim. They have a real emulation of the original guidance computer software, which is pretty nuts. It's just an incredible experience. Can be incredibly boring because it takes a week to do. But there was some interest among the followers to perhaps do some streams around Apollo 11 simulation. So that might be something fun for us to do on the Flight Sim channel. But that's pretty much it. And I think this is a good place to call it for the night. I am pretty tired. I should go to sleep. My kids will be up in about 6 hours. So I should get my shut-eye. But again, thanks all for the raid. Hit that follow button before you leave. And really great to meet you all. Oh yeah, I'll type it in the chat here. The sim is called Orbiter, and the Apollo program, I think it's NASSP. Actually, let me confirm that before I type it. Because it's all freeware and open source, it's a bit of a challenge to kind of get it all running, but once you do, it's pretty awesome. So yes, the Project Apollo, NASSP, is the mod that you would put on top of Orbiter. So there it is. Again, thanks for the raid. That's always a ton of fun. Thanks for getting me to 50 followers tonight. That's huge. Really appreciate it. I think that was like the last thing I had to do before hitting affiliate. And I think this will be the last stream for the week, but I'm looking forward to seeing you all sometime next week around the same time in the evening Eastern Standard Time. So everyone have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you on the channel soon. Mike November Whiskey is signing out.